One of the toughest words to translate into Spanish is the English word time. There are tons of ways to translate this word, and in this video we're going to talk about 7 of the most common words you'll find in Spanish to represent the abstract concept of time. Now there are definitely more than the 7 I'm going to cover in this video, so if you can think of more examples, please share them in the comments below. Okay, so the first word on the list is vez. Now this word refers to an occurrence in time, and we can find it in common phrases like this time, esta vez, last time, la última vez, and we can use it to say the first time, the second time, etc. For example, it was in there that we kissed for the first time. Es que ahí dentro fue donde nos besamos por primera vez. Now if this was an accent from Spain, it would be es que ahí dentro fue donde nos besamos por primera vez.
Es que ahí dentro fue donde nos besamos por primera vez.
Another useful phrase with vez is cada vez más, which means increasingly, more and more, or further and further. So for example, I don't know, it's like I'm getting further and further away from the person I used to be. This in Spanish would be, no sé, como que cada vez me alejo más de la persona que era. No sé, como que cada vez me alejo más de la persona que era.
No sé, como que cada vez me alejo más de la persona que era.
Next on the list is hora, which is commonly used to refer to clock time. So if you want to ask someone in Spanish, hey, what is the time? We need to ask, ¿qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? Now it's really important to remember that we should avoid answering this question with the word hora. So instead, when we answer, what is the time? We need to remember to say, it is 1 o'clock. Es la una. It is 2 o'clock. Son las dos. It is 3 o'clock. Son las tres, etc. Now we can also use hora to ask about the time that something is going to happen. For example, what time can we meet to celebrate? ¿A qué hora nos vemos para celebrar? ¿A qué hora nos vemos para celebrar? Now we can also use hora when we might use the English word hour in English. So for example, Vera, awake at this hour, what a miracle. Vera, despierta a esta hora, qué milagro. Vera, despierta a esta hora, qué milagro.
Vera, despierta esta hora, qué milagro.
Next we have tiempo, which usually refers to a quantity of time. But this is a tricky word because we can also use it to talk about the weather. For example, when the weather is nice, we go to the beach. Cuando hace buen tiempo, vamos a la playa. Cuando hace buen tiempo, vamos a la playa. That said, the primary use of tiempo is still as a quantity of time. So as an example, we could say, I don't have time to change my life. No tengo tiempo de cambiar mi vida. No tengo tiempo de cambiar mi vida.
No tengo tiempo de cambiar mi vida.
Another example, well, how long is he going to be on the trip? Pues, ¿cuánto tiempo va a estar de viaje? Pues, ¿cuánto tiempo va a estar de viaje?
Pues, ¿cuánto tiempo va a estar de viaje?
Now, next word is rato, which is closely related to tiempo in that it also refers to a quantity of time, but sometimes it's a smaller quantity. That said, we can look at phrases like todo el tiempo and todo el rato. They both mean all the time, and they're completely interchangeable. Now, rato can also mean for a while. So, for example, do you want to be alone? Yes, for a while. ¿Quieres estar sola? Sí, un rato. ¿Quieres estar sola? Sí, un rato.
¿Quieres estar sola?
Sí, un rato.
Another example, we're going to be here for a while. Vamos a estar aquí un buen rato. Vamos a estar aquí un buen rato.
Vamos a estar aquí un buen rato.
Now the next word on the list is horario. Now this might be the most challenging word on the list because it doesn't translate as well as the others. It can help to think of horario as schedule, but often we won't use the word schedule in a natural English sentence where this word occurs in Spanish. For example, quedaron con el horario de Europa. Quedaron con el horario de Europa.
Quedaron con el horario de Europa.
Now, I would translate this sentence as they are still on Europe time, but again, it really helps to think of it as they are still on Europe schedule. Another example, are they going to have prime time? Now here, we're talking about scheduling of potentially television or scheduling a dance recital or something like that. And so it can really help, again, to think of the word schedule. El horario estelar lo van a tener ellos. El horario estelar lo van a tener ellos.
¿El horario estelar lo van a tener ellos?
Now, for an easier word, we have momento. Now, students tend to use this word really well because, unlike horario, it can translate quite well between English and Spanish. So for example, Dad, it's not the time, or it's not the moment. Papá, no es el momento. Papá, no es el momento.
Papá, no es el momento.
Another example, she could wake up at any time or never. Or we could also say any moment or never. Podría despertar en cualquier momento o nunca. Podría despertar en cualquier momento o nunca.
Podría despertar en cualquier momento o nunca.
The next word on the list is epoca. Now, this word usually refers to a period in time. For example, and I know this is a long example, Christmas is the time of year when most people come to San Miguel, Alma, and you know it perfectly well. In Spanish, Navidad es la época del año cuando más gente llega a San Miguel, Alma, y lo sabes perfectamente. Navidad es la época del año cuando más gente llega a San Miguel, Alma, y lo sabes perfectamente.
Navidad es la época del año cuando más gente llega a San Miguel, Alma, lo sabes perfectamente.
Another example, we're ahead of our time, man. Estamos adelantadas a nuestra época, güey. Estamos adelantadas a nuestra época, güey.
Estamos adelantadas a nuestra época, güey.
So as you can see, there are a lot of ways to translate the word time. You may need to go through this video a few times, pick a couple of the options in Spanish, practice them, and then come back, pick a few more, so that way you can master them all. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this lesson, please like, subscribe if you're not already, and share the video with someone you think would get value from it. And then leave any questions you have in the comment section below. Okay, until next time, habla mejor, entiende más.